Multiplication and Division Word Problems, Episode 1. Today, our objective, students will understand the meaning of a number in a multiplication equation. The meaning of each number in a multiplication problem is important to understand. That will help us when we're doing multiplication and division word problems. There are 3 different meanings each number could have. One number is going to mean the number of groups, one number is going to be the size of the groups, and one number is going to be the total. We know to do multiplication, and we know multiplication is with grouping. So the number of groups, the size of the groups, and the total is what each number is going to represent. For example, if we have 3 groups of 2, I'm going to draw 3 groups and put 2 pizzas in each. By looking at this, we can label each number in our multiplication problem. The number of groups is 3, the size of the groups is 2, and the total is 6. We have 6 pizzas in all. So 3 times 2 equals 6. Let's go over what each number means again. So 3 times 2 equals 6. The 3 means the number of groups, the 2 is the size of the groups, and the 6 is the total of pizzas. Let's try it in a word problem. Lindsay has 3 boxes of pizza. In each box, she has 2 pizzas. How many pizzas does she have in all? Okay, we know we're doing multiplication because we're having grouping. We have 3 boxes, which is our groups, and we have 2 pizzas in each box. So those are going to be the size of our groups. Alright, so I'm going to draw 3 groups. Those are our 3 boxes. And we have 2 pizzas in each. So now we can easily label each number in our multiplication problem. The number of groups is 3. The size of the groups is 2. And the total is 6. 3 times 2 equals 6. We have 3 groups, so our 3 is the number of groups. 2 in each, so the size of the groups is 2, and the total is 6. Let's try another one. We have 5 groups of 3. I'm going to draw 5 groups. I'm going to put 3 basketballs in each. Then we're going to be able to label each number in our multiplication problem. The number of groups is 5. The size of the groups is 3. And our total, we can count up all the basketballs, and we have 15 total. So our multiplication problem is 5 times 3 equals 15. Let's review. So the 5 is the number of groups, because we have 5 groups. The 3 was the size of the groups. We have 3 basketballs in each. And our total is 15. We have 15 basketballs in all. Let's keep working. We're going to practice it in a word problem now. Marley bought 5 bags of basketballs. Each bag had 3 balls inside. How many basketballs does she have in all? Let's draw that picture again, because we know that we have 5 bags and 3 balls inside. We can already tell the number of the groups and the size of the groups. We have 5 bags. Those are going to be our groups, so our number of groups is 5. 3 balls inside is saying the size of the groups. Let's label it together. So we have 5 groups of 3. I'm going to draw the 5 groups and put 3 basketballs inside, just like the word problem told us. We can go through and count every single basketball we have, and we get a total of 15 basketballs. So our number of groups is 5, size of the groups is 3, and the total is 15. Again, we have 5 times 3 equals 15. The number of groups we have is 5. It said they had 5 bags of basketballs. Then it said they had 3 in each. So the size of the groups is 3. So 5 times 3 equals a total of 15. Alright, let's try 4 times 5. I'm going to draw 4 groups. So I already know the number of groups is 4. Then I'm going to put 5 in each group. I'm putting 5 stars in each group because 4 times 5 is 4 groups of 5. so I know the size of the groups is 5. And the total I can find by counting them all up and getting 20. So my multiplication problem is 4 times 5 equals 20. So based on this picture, I know I have the number of groups is 4, the size of the groups is 5, and my total is 20. Let's try another word problem. Tristan's football coach put players into teams of 7. He made 3 teams. How many players were at football practice? This could be a tricky question. We know he has 3 teams. Those are going to be our groups. So we already know the number of groups is 3. Then we have teams of 7. It doesn't say 7 teams, it says teams of 7. So those are going to be the size of the groups. Let's draw. So the number of groups is 3 because it says 3 teams. I'm going to draw the 3 teams. Then the size of the groups, it said teams of 7. So we have 7 players on each team. So I'm going to draw 7 footballs to represent my players on each team. I can count up all my footballs to get a total of 21. So 3 times 7 equals 21. The 3 represents the number of groups, the 7 represents the size of the groups, and the 21 represents the total. Nice job, friends!